Hi guys, today we'll be looking at solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. Already we have looked at quadratic expressions as well as quadratic equations, and we know that quadratic equations take the form, or generally takes the form, and I'll put that over here, ax squared plus bx plus c. Alright? Y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So that is typically the form that the quadratic equations would take. And so our first step in solving this quadratic equation is to first identify the value of each of these variables. So here we have a is equal to, the coefficient of the x squared term is 1. B, the coefficient of the x term is 4. And c is the constant in the equation, which is 3. So now that we have written down the values of the variables, we can go ahead and plug them into the formula. Alright, so let's go. X is equal negative b, so the value of b is 4, so we're going to replace b with 4, plus or minus the square root of b squared. B is 4, b squared, alright, b squared, minus 4 times a, and the value of a is 1, times c, and the value of c in this case is 3, all over 2a, so that is 2, value of a is 1. Wonderful. So here we have x is equal negative 4 plus or minus the square root. 4 squared is 16 minus 4 times 1 is 4. 4 threes, 12. All over 2a, and that is 2 times 1, which is 2. So x is equal to negative 4 plus or minus the square root 16, take away 12, we're left back with 4 over 2. X is equal to negative 4 plus or minus square root of 4 is 2 over 2. We're going to take it up here. Continue. Now when you get to this stage, you'll have to split them. That is why we have the plus or minus. It's a quadratic equation. Quadratic equations will produce two values. So here we go. X is equal to negative 4 plus 2 divided by 2. Sorry about that. Divided by 2. So that is x is equal to negative 4 plus 2. That's going to give you negative 2 divided by 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. And so there we have our first value of the quadratic equation. We will now proceed to find the other value. So we already used up the plus, so we are now going to look at the minus. So here we have x is equal to negative 4 minus 2 over 2. Okay, so if you notice, the only difference between these two is the sign. Okay, one of them has a positive, and the other the negative. X is equal to negative 4 minus 2. That's going to give us negative 6. Negative 6 divided by 2. Our answer therefore is going to be negative 3. And so there you go. You have your two values of the quadratic equation. These are negative 1 and negative 3. You can go ahead and test it to see if you're correct. Now, these are the only two values that you can plug into that equation that will result in the answer being 0. So let's test it using negative 1, okay? We're going to test it using x equal negative 1. So wherever we see x in the equation, we're going to replace it with negative 1. So that is negative 1 squared plus 4 times negative 1 plus 3. Negative 1 squared is 1 plus 4 times negative 1 is negative 4 plus 3. And so here you have 1 minus 4. That's going to give you negative 3. And negative 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. Alright guys, so there you go with your test. You can go ahead and test it out for yourself using the negative 3.